For some reason, I cannot seem to narrate this battle. Like, this is going to be take 6, and hopefully, 6th time is the charm. But yeah, how's it going, everybody? Hopefully, y'all are doing better than I am, because my nose is pretty stuffy, which means I'm possibly getting sick. But I do have some medicine, so I might take that after narrating this battle, and then be better. Anyways, I got this pretty fun YouTube battle that I had against Kevin Kingdra. His channel link is going to be down in the description. I do believe he uploads battles, but he does also do graphic design stuff. So if you guys want to go check him out, feel free to do so. As I'm using a team that I based around Nasty Plot, Trick Room, Cofagrigus, and Choice Bandit Flygon. He is going to be using a pretty offensive team with the two biggest threats being that Virizion and that Victini if Victini is Bandit and if Virizion is mixed. But I'm going to be leading off with my Flygon, as he's going to be leading off with the Victini. Now, because I outsped Victini, that automatically tells me that he himself is banded, which means this thing is going to be a very, very big problem that I'm going to have to watch out for, which means I need to keep my Gligar around. But I knew he more than likely wouldn't go straight for the V-Crate because I'm a Flygon. That would be a little bit odd if he did go for it, and I did say and go for an Earthquake. But he does go for the U-turn, as he's going to U-turn now into the Empoleon. The way he brought it in should have automatically told me that he was the offensive Empoleon set as opposed to the Stealth Rocking set, because why else would you bring in Empoleon on Gligar? But at the time of the battle, that didn't cross my mind, so I thought that he was going to try to scare me out with the Ice Beam and get up his Stealth Rocks. That way, I could get up my own rocks as I stayed in, but no, he goes straight for the Hydro Pump and just destroys my Gligar, which means that Victini has become an even bigger problem than it already was. But I'm going to bring in my Frostlass, and I'm going to go straight for the Thunder Wave because I thought that he would want to switch out, possibly not wanting to risk missing the Hydro Pump. Unfortunately, though, that wasn't the case, as he does stay in. He's not going to get paralyzed or miss Hydro Pump, and is going to just knock out my Frostlass with ease. Luckily, though, I get the chance of Curse Body activating. Now, this is the key moment in this battle. Even though, yes, it is early on in the battle, I actually thought that I had lost at this point because with Empoleon being specs, that puts even more pressure on my Snorlax to take hits because I need Snorlax for the Yamega, and with Gligar gone, Virizion and Victini pretty much pick my team apart. So, thinking that Cofagrigus at this point was my last chance to win, I'm going to bring it in so I can get up a Trick Room, then hopefully get up a Nasty Plot as he actually stays in himself on my Cofagrigus, which I know might seem odd, but he probably left it in thinking that I would want to go for a Will-O-Wisp, expecting him to want to switch out, and obviously he wouldn't bring in the Victini on the Cofagrigus on the off chance that I did go for the Shadow Ball. So in the end, I didn't think that was too bad of a play, but now I am able to get up a free Nasty Plot as he brings in his own Cofagrigus, and the way he brought it in had me thinking that maybe he himself was the Nasty Room set. Then again, judging from his team, he was possibly just a defensive set because nothing on his team really appears to be like a wall. But if he was a Nasty Room set, I'm going to be able to win the speed tie, knock him out with the Shadow Ball, which means with Cofagrigus gone, my Manchow can now just freely spam high jump kicks as he brings in the Empoleon. Due to the fact that he's paralyzed, he's actually going to be faster than me in the Trick Room. Unfortunately, though, he makes a very, very bad play, goes for the Hydro Pump, misses, and gets knocked out by the Hidden Power Fighting. And if he had the Surf, that honestly should have been the play he should have gone for. Even if it didn't take me out, he still would have got off a heavy hit on my Cofagrigus. But yeah, that wasn't the case, and he did miss a Hydro Pump as he brings in the Yamega. I completely forgot about Protect, and instead of going for another Nasty Plot, I just go straight for the Shadow Ball. As my Trick Room runs out, he's going to hit me with an Air Slash. Unfortunately, he gets a flinch, but as long as he doesn't flinch me again, I should still be in a good position to be able to get up a Trick Room and put in some more work to his team. As he goes for the Bug Buzz, which I don't really understand. The only thing I could think about was that maybe he didn't want to risk missing the Air Slash, because yes, it is a 5% chance to miss, but still, it can miss nonetheless. So I guess Bug Buzz was the safe play, but honestly, the smarter play would have just been to go for the Air Slash. Sorry about that, like my brain completely blanked out for a second. Anyways, he's going to bring in Claydol. I easily knocked that out with the Shadow Ball, as this turn he's going to bring back in the Yamega, and the way he brought it in should have automatically told me that he was going to go for the Protect, but I thought that that was way too obvious, which is why I actually go for the Shadow Ball as opposed to going for a Nasty Plot. But once I really think about it, he's really not put in the position where he has to predict. He can just go for the safe play as he goes for a double Protect. At the time of the battle, this did tick me off a little bit, but as you're going to see, that double protect really doesn't end up mattering at all in the long run of the battle. As the following turn, he's not going to risk going for the triple protect, and I'm going to easily be able to knock him out with the Shadow Ball. As this turn, my Trick Room is going to run out. Now he can just bring in Virizion or bring in Victini and revenge kill me, as he's actually going to end up bringing in the Virizion, because if he did bring in Victini and knock me out with the V-Create, that means I could just get a free switch into my Flygon, go for the Outrage, and either knock out Victini or Virizion. So his best switch in was the Virizion. As he's going to go for the Giga Drain, I'm going to go straight for the Shadow Ball. And look at this. This is the bulk of Virizion. This is +2 Modest stabbed, and Virizion takes that with an easy like 40 or 30% HP left. Unfortunately though, he's going to knock me out with the Giga Drain, which really doesn't matter because now at this point in the battle, with Cofagrigus putting in so much work and dealing so much damage to his team, my Manchow and my Flygon basically win me the battle. So I'm going to bring in my Manchow and just go straight for the Fake Out. Surprisingly enough, he actually lives this Fake Out, which I really was not expecting. So now I'm just going to bring in my Flygon basically as Death Fodder, because at this point, once he knocks out my Flygon, I can just bring back in Manchow, go for the Fake Out, U-turn on the Victini, fodder off my Snorlax, bring back in Manchow, go for the Fake Out, then knock him out with the U-turn for the 1-0 victory in my favor. But it turns out that I actually lived the close combat, and he actually ends up dying off to the Life Orb, which means as he brings in Victini, if he does knock out my Flygon, again I can just bring in Manchow to finish it off, but I actually end up winning the speed tie, and that's going to be the very narrow 3-0 victory in my favor. Now, once you really think about it, as I mentioned, Cofagrigus at that point in the battle was really my only chance to win, because as I already mentioned, Yanmega, Victini, and Virizion all would have been able to pick my team apart until he eventually ended up winning the battle. Luckily though, I did get the Cursed Body Hacks and I was able to get up the Trick Room and a Nasty Plot and pull out the victory. So definitely hope you guys enjoyed this really fun YouTube battle. If you did, you know what to do. Leave a like, leave a comment. If you want to subscribe, then please feel free to do so. And with that, enjoy the rest of your night, enjoy the rest of your day, and I am out of here. Later.